All right. Let me know how I'm looking today, guys, because this is going to be an important topic, and hopefully I'm not freezing. If I am, blame it on my head, not my heart. But at the end of the day, a lot of you are looking to travel to different locations, but at the same time, you want to make some money. So we're going to talk about that today. It looks like I'm freezing already. So let me get myself together so I won't be freezing in front of you guys. Yeah, it looks like I'm freezing already. Let me get this in order. Let's see how it looks now. Looking a lot better. Oh, it looks like I'm freezing a little bit more. Let's see. I might freeze for a split more seconds, guys. I'm going to change the router. Make it a little bit better for us all. All right. Hopefully I'm going to freeze a little bit more, but hopefully that makes it a lot better for the stream. Got your boy Struggle streaming already. Let's see. That's Struggle streaming too. So let me change it one more time. So you're going to see me freeze one more time, guys. Let's see if that helps. Okay, let's see if that's a little better. Even though it's got me looking a little blurry now. But okay, there we go. We're starting to get there. Slowly but surely. Thank you guys for your patience. Thank you guys for oh man, we're just struggling right off the gate with the streaming. Okay, hopefully things will get better for us in regards to the Wi-Fi. But today's topic we got a great topic. You guys like to travel, so do I. But the most important thing I like to do is make money. We're going to talk about 10 easy ways that you can start making money, or your money can make money for you while you're still traveling. One of the things you want to do is your money is still making money for you. Even if you retired already, even if you've already retired, that doesn't mean that your money can't keep making money. We got individuals that have ran for president and won, even though they were billionaires. Billionaires and millionaires still get up in the morning, still get ready to go to work, just like many of us do. Only people that don't have money sit back and think that once you get financially stable, then you've hit the perfect lottery and you don't have to do anything anymore. That's not true. Until the day you die, you want to do something with your days and your time. So it is with when you're traveling. A lot of you guys, you can be making a nice amount of money even while you're traveling, but you aren't thinking about that. So we're going to talk about 10 things that you can do, 10 easy things that you can do while you are traveling to make money. Okay, let's talk about that. But before we do, what we're going to do is, oh man, I'm freezing. I'm looking bad today. I'm looking bad today. Boy, your boy Struggle streaming over here. Let me see if I change. See if I move the router over here. Let's see if that's better. Or am I still struggling? Oh, I'm just looking bad. I'm just struggling today. Your boy just struggling. No matter what I have done today, it doesn't seem to be working thus far. It's looking struggling from this side. Ugh. Thanks, guys, for your patience, by the way. Okay, it's starting to look a little better, just a little better. We're going to take it. We're going to take it from there. If it gets worse, then we'll change it again. All right, Gabrielle first in the building. Like always, salute to you, brethren. Thank you for being here for this particular live stream. Your girl Andrea has a cold, so she's fighting a cold. So that's the reason why we don't see her today. All right, Stefano's in the building. He said, good evening, everyone. Make sure that you show your support and hit that like button. Yes, we like you. Make sure you like us too. Double SSI, cricket letter I, PPI is in the building. All right, greetings to you, brother. We got Bobby in the building, checking in. Appreciate you, Bobby. The Space Ghost. Tevin is here. Let's have a great show tonight. We got a good one tonight. We got a really good topic tonight because, as I mentioned before, there is a lot of opportunities on the financial side why dudes are traveling that dudes don't realize that they can take advantage of. All right, my man is in the building. The Detroit boys at it again, mama. Them Detroit boys 313. Shout out to you, brother. Will is in the building. Always appreciate the coolest dude, Mr. Voice himself. Andre present accounted for six. Oh, he said present and accounted for, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for serving. Kenny, shout out to man, Ken. I meant to call you today, man. I was gonna come by the house and hang out with you. The day just got away with me. Shout out to you. Tony Tone in the building. He says good. Music still flowing nicely. Cool. Let me see. Oh, the music still going? Good. That's real good. Let me just double check on everything. Okay, so you guys can still hear the music. Okay, cool. Let me see what I have it on. What number I have it on? 13. Okay, cool. Great. Thanks for keeping me posted, guys, on how it's sounding and everything as well. Oh, it looks like it's starting to clear up a little bit. Good. Art of Will is in the building. Learn Crypto TV is in the building as well. We got Tiger Bloods in the building as well. Oh, man, you guys are flowing off in here. Shout out to you, gentlemen. We got Player with a Passport in the building. You can't beat that name. You can't beat that name at all. Shout out to you, brother. And we got Cigar Music. Cool name. Can't beat that. He said, I'm in Argentina now. This place is nice and slept on. Yes, it really is slept on. And there's a lot of Euro blood over here. I can imagine. That's what Ace was telling me. Ace said, he said, Dre, if you and Andrea don't make it to Europe, go to Argentina. He says the same thing. So either way, we're excited. We are excited. And my favorite YouTube title of all time, The African Wolf. Can't beat that name right there. Let's cook. All right. And Global Passport Crew is in the building. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate all 40 of you guys being here. Make sure you click that like button. We like you. Make sure you like us too. Today's topic is a good one, guys. You may want to get a pen and a piece of paper for this one, because I'm telling you, these are the things that I actually do, kid you not, to build wealth while traveling. Shout out to my man, Black by Design is in the building as well. So at the end of the day, guys, you definitely want to get this information. 10 things that you can do to have money continually generating while you're traveling. The first thing that you can do is online business or hustle or job. Anything that's online, take advantage of I don't care if a person wants to be a YouTuber, be it. If you want to sell books or products or t-shirts or whatever it is online, do it. If you want to be a coder and you want to be a person that's able to do cybersecurity, do it. That's one of the easiest ways, one of the first steps that if it were me, I would take advantage of. When I first moved down here, one of the first things I did was I was working online. Now, remember, in the last video, I was talking about the ricochet life, where life is like a slingshot. When I was in the States, I was 71,000 a year. I left the United States and I had to pull back, and I was at 2025. But then once I let it go and I started building with all these tips I'm about to give you guys, I ricocheted past that 70, way past that 70. But think about if I had stayed in the United States and I was comfortable with that 70. In the 6 years that I've been gone, if I stayed in the United States following the same pattern, I would probably be at maybe 78, working for the same company. Probably like 78 right around now. 6 years to go from 70 to 78. When it only took me 3 years to ricochet past that 70, way past that 78. So anything that you can find to do online, I don't care if it's the stocks. Some of you guys are really good with stocks. I don't care if it's anything. I don't care if you got no scamming. No, Bob. No, Bob. No scamming. Don't be scamming people. Yeah, no online scams. Don't be like some of the Nigerian brothers. Shout out to Nigerian brothers that's scamming people. I'm a Nigerian prince. Not that scamming. But definitely there are some opportunities that are out there. There's a great site called Flippa, like I mentioned all the time, flippa.com, Flippa, flippa.com. It is the place where you buy and you sell online businesses. They buy and sell them. Shout out to XL in the building. They buy and sell businesses all the time. Everything from $5,000 business to a $500,000 online business, it is there. There are so many websites where companies are hiring, looking for people like you to work online. This is the perfect time. The pandemic introduced the world to online job opportunities. I've been doing videos on our other channel off and on about people that said, I am not going back into my office space ever again. Because there are people that had gotten so comfortable with working online that when the company asked them to come back in, they were like, either you have me work part-time for you at my home, or I'll find another company that'll allow me to work full-time from my home. People are accustomed to now working at home. It is not that it has that weird undertone of it's just a side hustle. Now people understand it. So for you to get an online job, that was the first thing that I did when I first came down here. I had my money that I'd saved up and I got an online job. Second thing that you want to do. Let me go to some of the things that you guys have to say. He says, scamming grandmamas. Yeah, you don't want to do that one, Tiger Blood, for reals. No. He said, in Florida, we say that you need 2 jobs. Absolutely. And some fraud on the side to maintain your lifestyle. That's because all those New Yorkers have moved down there to Florida. I'm glad I left, man. There ain't nothing but New Yorkers in Florida now. Shout out to New Yorkers. But y'all everywhere in Florida now, and raising the prices of everything. And so he's absolutely correct. In Florida, we used to always say that you got to have your side hustle. You got to have your couple jobs. He's absolutely correct. The apartment gardener says custom service online jobs are easy to get. Customer service. Yes. Customer service online jobs really are easy to get. And here's the part, guys, that you don't realize. United States has taught you that if you don't come to the party with at least 100,000, 200,000, 80,000, you can't come to the party. That's in the United States. Some of you dudes could come to the party in many of these countries, making 35,000, and you the king of the ball. You're the king. You're the one that's dancing on top of the tables, on top of the bar with 35,000. Do not I was talking to somebody today about the problem with keeping up with the Joneses. A lot of people in the United States are so scared to move to other countries because they think because you couldn't keep up with the Joneses in the States, well, how can you keep up with the Joneses in other countries? You caught that? You've been so programmed All of us have been so programmed that everything is keeping with the Joneses. He got the new Jordans, I got to get the new LeBrons. He got the new LeBrons, I have to get the new this and new that, and so forth and so forth. And we keep up with the Joneses. And then we are told that if you're not by 26 years old and you're not a multimillionaire, you failed in life. That's the United States telling you that. Why? They need you to be on hustle mode all the time, and you never going anywhere. And that's why over 85% of all Americans don't even have $1,000 in liquid cash on hand. Because they program you to think that you have to keep up with the Joneses. But once you go to these other countries, go to Portugal, go to Spain, go to Thailand, go to Brazil. All you guys that are Colombia, Argentina, all you guys that have bust your butt your whole life trying to keep with the Joneses in the States, you get to Argentina and you feel like a king, don't you? You came to Colombia after busting your butt in the United States, whether it was in the military, on your job, your businesses, because they told you if you don't have the latest Lamborghini, then you are a failure. You can't come to Miami. And then you go to Cartagena and you king. You can't come to South Beach, Miami. You'll never have nothing like this. But then as soon as you go to Cartagena, which is Miami's twin, you king with your $35,000 making a year. Do not get fooled into that. So when I say that you guys that have online job opportunities, online business opportunities, online career opportunities, take advantage of them. Why? Because while you're traveling, that online business can do all I need for my businesses: Wi-Fi and a laptop. As long as we got Wi-Fi and we got a laptop, Andre and I can go anywhere in the world. You know who I learned that from? The white boy digital nomads. I kid y'all not, I sat back and I watched my white brothers going to Bali, and I'm sitting up there watching the white girls going to Indonesia and Georgia and all these other places, not the state of Georgia, I'm talking about the country of Georgia, and actually enjoying themselves and living their lives in Iceland and all this. And all they needed was two things: Wi-Fi and the computer. And I said, why should white boys be able to live life where all they needed was a Wi-Fi and computer, and they could live anywhere in the world? I can go to any country where Leonardo DiCaprio can go to, mostly, except for maybe some ultra expensive places. But any place Leonardo can go to, any sightseeing spot he can go to, any place he can surf, any place Leonardo can sit back and say, I can enjoy exotic meals, any place where he can go party, me and Andre can go to the same place. Now, he might go into the exclusive club, but I'm in that same city going to the same type of clubs that he going to. He being charged more for the same alcohol that we enjoying. What's my point? Put yourself in a position to where if you got a business, it can go anywhere with you. That's the first tip. That's the easiest thing that you could do. Like he said, customer services are always hiring for online job, whether it be Amazon, whoever. They're always looking for somebody that's going to put those headphones on, no matter where you live in the world, for 8 to 10 hours and talk to customers. And when you done, you sitting back, you on your way to a beach. My bad, you did it from a beach. You can't pull that off in the States. Shout out to my man Arthur Will in the building. Shout out for Ransom being here as well. Shout out to you, brother. But shout out to Arthur Will. Arthur Will says, he said, La Cucaracha, Racho, and Miles went 0 to 10 in the cold approach in Miami. They can't stay, and they can't say about. I don't know who that is, but shout out to you. Thank you for the super chat, brothers. Thank all you guys for the super chats. All right. So that's number one. Numero uno, find something online that you can do. Definitely. Number two, I've been telling you guys about this. Some guys don't listen. Whole life insurance. Say this again. I'm not talking about us with some term life insurance. I'm not talking about term life insurance because I was a term life insurance dude. And term life insurance does not build wealth. Whole life insurance build wealth. If you want to sit back and see how somebody's some other culture's great granddaddy did it, it wasn't just real estate. Whole life insurance. The one thing that I wish that I had got more of while I was in the States was whole life insurance. Why? Because whole life insurance is the one insurance that you can borrow against even while you're still alive. Whole life insurance also takes a part of the money that you pay in your monthly premiums, and part of it goes into investments on your behalf with whole life insurance. I'm telling you guys need to have, this is a must. You're going to get life insurance anyway if you got any sense in your head, right? Why not get the life insurance that make the rich richer? Go ahead, Google it. If you think I'm lying, go ahead and Google what type of life insurance do the rich get. Do they get term life or do they get whole life insurance? Because the rich pay on and put hundreds of thousands and millions in whole life insurance. Why, Dre? Because if anything happens, it's just like Allen Iverson. We all know Allen Iverson is supposed to be in a couple years. He's supposed to get like so many millions of dollars that he had put in a trust that once he couldn't touch until he hit a certain age. So now once Allen Iverson hits that age, he'll be able to pull all those millions out. That's what a whole life insurance policy does for you. Term life just takes care of your family members and takes care of your burial and so forth and so forth. Whole life insurance, you can take advantage of it while you're still alive. I kid y'all not, man. And like I said, Google it. Go on YouTube. Go anywhere. What type of insurance do rich or the wealthy get? And they do not get term life. They get whole life. Shouts to Sabano. Yeah. I was talking to my uncle earlier today. I say, Jeff, one of the things that I wish I had gotten more of while I was in the States. I'll tell you what I mean by that. Wish I had gotten to more while I was in the States. Because in order to get, let's say State Farm, whole life insurance, let's say, or the Guardian, you have to sign it while you're in the States with a U.S. address. Since I don't live in the U.S. states, even though I have a U.S. address, I will have to fly all the way to the United States to sign my insurance policy. You can't sign it from another country, even though I have insurance out here. But for you guys that are already there in the States, bruh, if you ever take any financial advice from me, I told my uncle this today, if I had a choice between food and paying my whole life premium, I'm smashing chicks that got food in their refrigerator, but I ain't about to miss my whole life premium being paid. That's how important that is. I'm eating over some chick's house for the next. Y'all might have to catch me with a fat girl that week, because I'm not about to skip out on my whole life premium. Why? Because it's going to bring money back to me and to my family. So when I pass on, my family get paid, but while I'm alive, I get paid. We just talking about insurance. So even while you're traveling, your whole life insurance policy is making money. You see how I did that? Your whole life insurance policy is making money for you. You building wealth while you traveling. While you're traveling. So for some of you guys that are researching life insurance, damn term. Some of you guys that got term, keep your term. It's good. Good to have it. Don't throw it away. Of course, it's your insurance. But also get you a new policy that's whole life. Does it cost more? Yes. Remember I said part of the money goes towards investments for you. And you can borrow against your whole life insurance package. You can't do that against term life. So those are the things that you want to do. Art says stay away from valuable universal life insurance. Thank you very much, Art. So we'll stay away from that one. Make sure you do your homework so get the best ones for you. And like I said, if it costs you an extra penny, pay it, man. I'm telling you guys, some things is worth the investments. Like I keep saying, we got to stop letting white dudes or white women sitting back. No offense to white dudes and white women. We got to stop letting other cultures, shout out to Will in the Asian culture. We got to stop letting other cultures realize the long-term value of paying a little extra dollar today. Other cultures have no problem with, if it's going to cost me some extra money to pay for that insurance compared to my term insurance, let me get this whole life. Other cultures ain't got no problem paying that. But we'll sit up there and have no insurance. And then when grandmama and them pass on, we all got to put together a few dollars for the funeral. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop doing that. He said, I'm half Asian, half white. Shout out representing both. Will. like we didn't know that. We see you on enough YouTubes on these YouTube streets, Will. Number 3 is when you're traveling, get ready to take advantage of some real estate opportunities. Dude, I'm watching on a global scale. You know, I could sit back and watch from a bird's eye view now. I'm not in the States. I could watch on a global scale. I'm telling y'all something. Some of you dudes are going to regret all that spending you did tricking, and you didn't buy a piece of property when you came to all these countries. Say what you will about tailor-made dreams and him being 61 and partying. All he ever talks about is the real estate properties that he's purchased too. He talks about that too. My burning desire for 2024 is 3 pieces of property for Andre and I. That if you ever want to know what the blueprint is for Andre for 2024, from this day to all the way to the end of 2024, 2 here, 1 in Cartagena. And it's not for us. These are investment properties. So we're going to take some time out and look at some of what I call investment properties. We're going to look at a couple of them. Land too. Absolutely correct, Bobby. Land too. And I'm talking about not just here in Colombia. I'm talking about on a global scale. Dude, property is going to get scarce. Prices are going to go up. The benefits that we as travelers, back to the topic, as travelers have is while traveling, you get to find out about this before everybody else. Why? You're dating one of the local girls. You're cool with her brother. You're cool with her mama. You start asking real estate questions. Well, how much is that? Or you riding around Colombia and you seeing all these. If you ever been to Colombia, you already know what I'm talking about. You see all these signs with phone numbers hanging out of windows. And you know this apartment complex is really nice. Good question, Ray. The reason why I said Cartagena, because Cartagena is excellent for Airbnb. Let's get ready to go to some property real quick, and you guys get a chance to see what I mean. Instead of just going straight to Cali, Colombia, you can see this property right here for 37,000, brand new for 30. This brand new with the swimming pool and everything. 30. This is a 3-bedroom. Let's take a look at it real quick. We're in Cali, Colombia. And let's just scroll through. So this is a new apartment, 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 37,000. And they could give more pictures, but that's not bad for 37. Here's another one for new building for 37, new listing for 37,000 in Cali. Nice balcony. This is a, let's see. Let me see if it showed it. Trying to see how many bedrooms it is. Oh, 3 bedrooms. 3 bedrooms for 37,000. Brand new building. Brand new complex, nice and roomy. And depending on the area, you get Airbnb it out. But let's go over it. Let's look at Cartagena real quick. I've got Cartagena already pulled up. Let me make sure you guys can see it. Okay, there we go. We got Cartagena pulled up. Let me move Ray out the way for a second. Shout out to you, Deshaun, for the Cash App. Thank you very much, brother. I mean, for the super chat. So let's look at Cartagena properties. Y'all see how big Cartagena is? We usually go to this little corner spot of Cartagena. That's the crazy part. All of us usually visit Cartagena right in this little area. We've never been to all of Cartagena. Let me squeeze this, push this back. See how big Cartagena is? That is huge. And we usually only go to this part. Most of you guys have never really been to Cartagena. Most of us. So let's look at a couple of pieces of property. They got some new buildings that are going up in Cartagena, some 86, 87. But let's scroll down to even just some that are like 46. Let's look at one that is actually, let's look at one that's 50. 50,000 in Cartagena. You are right off the ocean. You got the swimming pool. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see. It is a two bedroom, one bath. Wait a minute. It is a 2 bed, 1 bath. That's it. That will make for a really nice brand new building Airbnb for 50,000. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. Of course, you could change the decor to whatever you want. You don't have to buy the furniture, but the point is that wait a minute. You got television up there. Let's go back. Let's look at another one. Remember, our topic tonight is how you can make money while traveling. One is real estate. This one is 40,000. It is a 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom. It's right off the ocean. Maybe the same building right off the ocean for 40,000. Some of us party up $40,000 in a year. Once again, this is 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. And this is in Cartagena for 40,000. We got some for 70. Let's look at a nice one for 70 in a new building. Look at that. This for 70,000. You see what my point is? Investment properties. And they're doing the same thing right around the corner from us. Here in Cali. They're built literally 3 blocks away. They're building up apartment buildings that are they're going to be between 40 to 91,000 apartments, literally 2 blocks from here, right across the street from the mall. There's a gigantic plot of land and they're building it right now. So when we're saying that let's go down the list. When you're traveling, take advantage of online opportunities. When you're traveling, and when I say online opportunities, any opportunities, a business, whatever it is, start to take advantage of it. The other thing is whole life insurance. Guys, I'm telling you, you will thank me a million times over. A million times over. Thank you, Dre, for letting me know about whole life insurance. If you think I'm lying, all I ask you to do is just research the benefits of whole life insurance. If you just go on YouTube and put that on YouTube, and I'll tell you guys will sit back and be shocked, and you'll see. Now I see what the rich do. Now I see how they keep that money. Number 3, real estate. Dude, y'all gotta stop tricking up so much money. Dude, what are y'all doing? You've been to DR 12 times in 5 years. You don't own one piece of property, nothing. You ain't putting no money down on nothing. You've been to Cartagena off and on for 10 years. And some of you dudes be bragging, I ain't no passport, bro. I've been traveling since 2003. And you don't own nothing in another country, Mr. 2003? You don't impress me with your adventures. Impress me by doing something with your adventures after a while. It's cool in your first 5-10 years or first 5-6 trips. But if you still tricking, and you've been tricking in Medellin since 2017, and you ain't putting no money down on nothing, and you go to Medellin 5 times a year, and you don't own nothing in Medellin, you don't own nothing online, and you don't own whole life insurance. And then y'all be calling me bougie. Oh, Andre like that, he just bougie. All right. I keep trying to tell y'all, why should white men have all the fun? Ain't nobody answered that question yet. Reginald Lewis' book, Why Should White Men Have All the Fun? Ain't nobody answered that one yet. I still don't get it, Will. Okay, Will says, he said, I see it in Cali and Dominican Republic. Shout to Will. Play with a passport. Say, yep. Tell people that you have to get an apartment in Colombia. Call the number in the windows. Absolutely correct. When you're in Colombia and you see all those phone numbers, I didn't know that for a while. Those phone numbers hanging out the windows. Colombians do 2 things. They either advertise online, or actually 3, word of mouth, or they just take the big banner is hanging out of the window with a phone number, and you'll be driving and you're like, why is all these phone numbers hanging out the windows across the city? That's advertising. Apartment is for rent or it's for sale. A house is for rent or a house is for sale. So you'll notice that. And even if you're not ready to buy today, I'm gonna tell you how the universe works. Even if you are not ready to buy an apartment today, when you go back to Colombia again and your girlfriend, your little lady friend, ask her to take you, babe, I want to go look at some apartments. Let the universe get accustomed to you just looking at apartments. You ain't got the money yet. You ain't stacked it up yet. You ain't ready to retire yet. Your mama or your kids are still, your mama's, still around. Your kids are still young. But just let the universe get accustomed to you doing this and watch what happens. Watch what happens when the universe notices that you notice things. Some of you dudes will only use the women in Colombia just for partying and playing. These women can take you to spots of cities that you don't know nothing about. Y'all doing it bass backwards. I'm telling y'all doing it bass backwards, bruh. When every female that met, Andrea, ask her. Second time I was down here, ask her. Let's go here. Let's go there. Let's do this. Show me this. I need to see this. Show me this. And she was like, I want to take you here. I'll show you this. I want to introduce you to this. I'll show you this person. Andrea was taking me everywhere. No hesitancy. We were still making it to the party. We were still having fun. We were still enjoying ourselves. But we realized that there was a business side to this experience of learning each other that we both enjoyed as well. But here's the problem. Some of y'all only mess with women that don't have any type of business mind. No offense. Black Scorpion in the building. Cool name. Bobby says, man, financial literacy is vital. It is, even from a global perspective. He says, a good point. Cartagena is internet. It is. And I heard somebody say, Travis, I heard somebody say this a couple weeks ago, that because Miami is so expensive, it is cheaper to fly to Miami's twin and have a good time and fly back than it is to fly, get a hotel, pay party and everything in Miami. When you could fly, dudes are realizing, discovering, I could fly past Miami, go to Cartagena. It's only a 3 hour, 3 more extra hours in the flight. Enjoy my time, and I paid less to be in Miami's twin than I would have paid to be in Miami. And that's why it's so good to have at least one Airbnb in Cartagena. Even if we didn't buy any here, if we just had one that was our home here, gotta have one in Cartagena. And some of you dudes are going to regret if you don't get a chance to take advantage of some of these prices that we were just looking at. Some of you dudes are going to regret it. You're going to be sitting back like, man, I should have, you know what, dog, I should have did. But you tricked, this is the funny part. In 10 years, you will trick up at least a good $30,000, $40,000. That's a nice little down payment on a piece of property that's going for 80, 90. Y'all just don't get it yet. I'm telling you guys. Top Gun is in the building. Shout out to you. Salute, big bro. He said, keep dropping them dope gems. You definitely give me the game. Yeah, man, it was great to see you down here, man, last week, man. It was really, really good. Look forward to you coming back down again soon. Let me know. Hey, guys, I'm making an announcement right now. This August, starting like August 16th, Cali, Colombia will be having again the Afro-Colombian Petronio Alvarez Festival. It is the largest Black festival in South America, over 300,000 people. For those of you guys that came down last year, we had a ball. This August, I'm telling you guys, starting from, I think it's from the 16th to the 21st or something like that. I'm going to get all the dates and all the information for you guys. But if you want to come down to Cali, Colombia at any time, I'm giving you the tip before it gets hot. Because once again, and the reason why I'm telling you guys now, because there are some Black travel groups that are out there and they're starting to post. And you know, I don't mess with everybody from the States anyway. So I get y'all to hook up. And the rest of them, they got a fend for themselves. Don't be hitting me up talking about something. I'm in the travel group. We want a consultation. Yeah, I don't mess with y'all. But I mess with my boys and my ladies here. Yeah. So anything that you need, any information that you need, hit me up. If you need a consultation, hit me up. Because I'm telling you, if you hit any event in Colombia and you want to be surrounded by the gorgeous of the gorgeous of the gorgeous, other than Rio celebration, Cali, Colombia. I put Cali's number 2. I put Barranquilla Festival without a doubt because it's a whole month. Number 3. Number 4 is Cali's Salsa Festival in December. If you ever want to celebrate December in Colombia, it's got to be Cali. Medellin for the Christmas lights, without a doubt. Medellin Christmas lights and Christmas show is amazing. For the partying all month, it's crazy here in Cali. So in August and September, it's crazy in Cali. But I'm letting you guys know, man, the Petronio Alvarez Festival. Petronio Alvarez. Let me see if I can pull it up for us real quick, guys. Petronio Alvarez Festival, 2023. Okay, let's see if I have the... All right, that's last year's. So let me put in 2023 in there. There we go. Yeah, they're getting ready. Oh, they just dropped the information 5 days ago. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm going to put the link in right now. So you guys have that link for it. And Petronio Alvarez was like and I think it was in the 50s and 60s. He was like this great famous entertainer. And he died. He was also a civil rights leader. Yeah, from the 16th to the 21st. Those are the dates. So let me put this into the description. Let me put this into the chat so you guys can click on that. And I'm telling you, boy, last year, this was a festival that also that Flyboy Way came down to. So if you guys want to see some videos on it, we got some videos on it. But also shout out to Flyboy Way. He also did a bunch of videos down here for the festival also. What's up, Cal? We got Calvin in the building. All right, so remember guys, our topic for tonight is how you can easily allow your wealth to build even while you're traveling. We already talked about online opportunities, whether it be jobs, whether it be businesses, whether it be hustles. It's out there, right? I'm telling you, guys, if there was ever a time for online, it's now. The world has finally become comfortable with you being hired with an online job from another country. Not even, you only have to find an online job from the States. It could be a company that's based in Sweden that's paying you in euros. Either way, this is the time for online. Numero dos. That whole life insurance. Y'all think I'm playing with that one? I mean it. If you want to know why white boys keep their money up like that, it ain't just real estate. It's that whole life insurance. Do your research on the history of whole life insurance, and you'll be like, nah, I see what he mean by white boys being able to keep their money up. Number 3, we already talked about. Number four is this: buying a business. Oh, actually, we talked about number 3 was real estate. Number 4 is buying a business. When you go to some of these countries and you start to look at some of the businesses that are successful in those countries, you might be considering buying a business that's there. Buy a business that's already established. Some of you may sit back and say, I don't want to build a bar, but I got enough money to buy a bar. Some of you, I sit back right now and I remember how much money kiosks in the States make. Some of y'all are sleeping on kiosks, by the way. What, the kiosks that be in the mall? Yeah, okay, keep sleeping. And so I was thinking about, you know what? What if me and Andre just bought like 3 kiosks that are already generating money, that are already doing their thing? Just have one person that's, 1 or 2 people to switch shifts type of thing and so forth and so forth. I ran kiosks when I was in the States anyway. Why not just buy some kiosks here? Or whatever country you're going to. My point is, while you're traveling, always be business alert. Some of y'all can tell me where all the fat behinds are, but you can't tell me where any of the business opportunities are. And you've been going to a particular city for 6 years. That's a shame. That's a shame. You should not put yourself in a position to where you're not aware of everything that's taking place that can help you out. I kid you not. He said, can you buy without a local cosigner? Absolutely correct. You can buy property. You can buy businesses here and in most countries without having a cosigner. Now, do you need a cosigner for credit? Yes. So, for example, remember those apartments we were looking at in Cartagena that were like 40,000? If you come to Colombia and you purchase a piece of property or want to purchase a piece of property, 9 times out of 10, you better come with that 40,000, because it is very hard for a foreigner, just like in many countries, to get bank loans. So since you can't get bank loans, and even if you would get one, they charge on average 14 to 18% interest, and you still have to put 40% down on the piece of property that you're purchasing because you're not a resident in that country. Like once I get my residency, even though I already have a line of credit, but I don't have my residency yet, once I get my residency, I can get loans from my bank, my local banks. But me personally, I'm more or less like, I want to go ahead. I got the money for the first couple of pieces of property. Let me go ahead and pay for the next couple of pieces of property. Let me not play with it. Let me just go ahead. Andre, you know you got the change. Go ahead and buy that property, man. You already got your truck. You good. So you ain't got to buy a vehicle. You already got an SUV, so you good. Our SUV is we barely, I don't even think we cracked We've had it for 3 years. And I kid you not, we're just cracking 9,000 miles. We've had it for 3 years and we're just cracking 9,000 miles. Kid you not. As much as we travel too. But since we don't have that wear and tear of going back and forth to work, because we work online, our 2020, and because of the crazy part is because of the rate of inflation and the recession, and also because when we bought our vehicle, the supply and demand chains issues were going on around the world. Our vehicle that we paid like 30 plus for is now like we paid 30, like right around 34, like 31, and it is now 34 because of supply and demand. That's why used cars were so expensive, because of supply and demand. There was not enough. The pandemic slowed everything down. So once everybody got back to work, everything was being purchased so fast. There was not enough supplies to manufacture enough cars for everybody. So now the cars that are out here are more valuable. aren't depleting, they're actually gaining. So in value. But when it comes to business, guys, look out for business opportunities out there. Yeah, but Will, in regards to that, you don't need a co-signer to buy. If you're purchasing with your own money, you don't need a co-signer. Plenty of guys come down here and purchase without an issue. You do need a co-signer if you're going to do the bank loan. And even with that, it's rare that they give foreigners bank loans. It's rare, at least here in Colombia. Bobby also says, how is the medical health counseling market in Colombia? After you spell it with 2 O's, we'll talk about it. Colombia's got 2 O's. Colombians hate when you spell their name, the name of their country wrong. Colombia? No, Colombia, 2 O's, brother. He said, I have my LAC from Arizona, and in May next year at the latest. The reason why I got a couple of guys down here, a couple of friends down here, they've been here for 4 years, and they sell life insurance and medical insurance online. So they would know more about that than I do. But I do know one thing, that whatever it is, do it online, because they actually have staff now. They have Colombian staff down here that right, Stefano, 2 O's. And they have Colombian staff down here that they've trained to work online now. So now these guys can go anywhere they want to. And they have staff, they have management team. Instead of just doing all that in the States, hiring a staff. In other words, why do corporations have to be the only one to outsource? Why can't we create a business and outsource? Now you're hiring Colombians at the price of pesos. Why can't you start a business in Thailand and you're paying them with the amount that people in Thailand make? Why do corporations have to be the only one that got enough sense to outsource? You with me on that one? Shout out to Jay Fleming in the building. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you, Jay. Make sure you guys subscribe to this brother's channel. This man is doing some great, amazing things. His channel is spelled just like his name. Make sure you guys, before the night ends, subscribe to his channel. We got 62 in the building. Make sure we got 62 likes. We're about to go to the next one. So we talked about online job opportunities or career opportunities. We talked about whole life insurance. Guys, get that whole life. You got term insurance policy right now, keep it. But add to that, get you a whole life insurance policy. You'll thank me. We already talked about real estate. We also talked about buying a business. Next you want to do is you want to set your financial goals. Some of us don't know how much money we need. I want to be rich. Okay, what's rich to you? You know, what is rich? And I'm not saying that flippantly. I mean, really, we don't know. Shout out to Will. He says, speaking of pesos, I ran him off of Will, you crazy, bro. Okay. Some of you guys realize that at the end of the day, you got to know what rich is for you. A, what wealthy is for you. B, and what wealthy is in the country that you're going to. We consider wealth and power, financial future for our children to go to the best of the best schools in that country. In the States, we like, I need to have at least $1.5 million or 800,000 a year or 5 million put to the side liquid. We talk like that in the States. Then you move to South America. And you may be able to get to the point where you're making 150 to 300,000. And you could put your daughter and your son in any of the best schools in South America. And all it took for you to make was $150,000 to $300,000. The best schools in all of South America. You pay more in the States for the exact same thing you can get in other countries. Let's say that 300,000 can get your daughter into the best schools and you're living in Spain. It's only $1,000 a month, $1,200 a month to live in Portugal. Can you imagine if you're making $100,000 a year and now you want to put your child in the best school in Portugal? So when it comes to the next thing that you want to do, the top 10 easy steps that you want to make when it comes to traveling and making money, you got to know what your game plan is. You can't hit a target you don't see. All this, I want to be rich. What is rich? What is rich to you? If you can't define the net worth that you want to have at a certain, I know what our 5-year net worth is that I want for Andre and I. After 5 years of doing everything that I've been doing online, our net worth should be bop. I know what it is. What's yours? When you're starting to travel, what do you want to, even if it's not a value net worth, maybe it's an amount. Shout out to Tailor Made Dreams. Maybe you want to do like Russ. And by the time 5 years of me traveling to DR, I want to own 2 pieces of property, 3 pieces of property. It doesn't even have to have an amount number on it. Just the amount as far as the amount that you own. Maybe one piece of property you own maybe worth 40,000, but the other one is worth 62 or 70 or 100,000. Cool. But you hit your goal of 2 in 5 years. What is your financial goal? I blame Tailor Made Dreams. I'm gonna say it right now. I thought about this today while I was thinking about this topic. I blame Tailor Made Dreams. You know why? Because Russ had you guys looking in the direction of enjoying the journey of success, that you keep forgetting he's on a journey of success. You guys don't never ask Russ questions about, Russ, how'd you buy this? How'd you get this? How you purchase this? How'd you get that? His first, the first Tailor Made Dream channel, not the second one, not this one here. This is the second one. The first one, he was giving so many business gems, so many gems on how to do this in DR, that in DR, that y'all wasn't listening. So all y'all cared about was when's the next yacht party. And while y'all doing that, Russ buying real estate. He tried to tell y'all way back 2018, 2019, tried to tell everybody. I'm doing the same thing now. Guys, This is the time period, because I'm gonna tell you something for real. The two people, he said, look good, sir. He said, love the bow tie. Great evening, sir. He said, good evening, sir. Love the bow tie. Once again, shout out to Taylor Made Dreams. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel, man. That's my brother. That's my family. I would not be here if it was not from watching this man's channel. And I literally mean that. I was watching Taylor Made Dreams, Marwa, Jabril from Passport Heavy, and Ace Live. That was all out there at that time period. That's all you could find that had to do with Colombia or DR. That was it. The rest of it was like Mr. T, the white dude in DR. And wasn't nobody, and like one other white kid that was here in Colombia. That was it. Nobody else. And I watched them dudes religiously, and I had my pen out. And if it wasn't for, I kid you not, Taylor Made Dreams, there would not be a Friday night drink in hand. I sat back and I was like, who is that brother? I'd never seen that before. A brother on YouTube with a drink in hand, comfortable and talking. I'm like, who is? That's what caught me the most. It wasn't even what he said yet. It was the fact that he had it. I say, it's a brother drinking on YouTube. Who? And I looked, I learned, I listened. So shout out to him. This is Milk, by the way. But shout out to him for introducing me to this life that I've learned so much from him about. He says, the boat. No, I'm not about to go ham. No. No, I say that for Friday nights. Artie Will says, quarterback passport flexing, shouting you out last night. Oh, okay, cool. That's good. Good look, man. Thanks for letting me know about that, man. I'm make sure we got to subscribe to his channel, man. Quarterback passport flexing, or QB. I said quarterback, but QB. And I'll check him out, man. Let me write that down, man. Because I always want to give dudes that are doing something positive, show them they love, and show them their flowers too. So we talked about that. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, you can do this while you're traveling. While you're traveling and you're sitting on the beach and it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, start to think about, how much would it cost me to live here from now on? And if I got married and had some kids, and I want my kids to go to the best school, like Russ and Taylor Made Dreams Russ, or Richie Mack zooming to Thailand, him and his girl talking about they might have a child. Andre and I are talking about working on a child next year. How much would that cost me? Set that goal in order. First, come up with the first 5-year plan, and then come up with the next plan. Thanks again, Artie Will, for the Cash App as well, brother. Next one is, you guys are gonna love this one. REITs, REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust. I'm telling y'all, they are quarterly and they are monthly dividend stocks. REIT, REIT investment stocks. They're real estate stocks. These are companies that own 50 malls, 10,000 apartments. You know, your apartment building, that complex you live in, they own 90 of them. But according to the federal government, a REIT company or corporation has to give 95% of its profits to its shareholders or pay taxes. So all REITs, for the most part, they rather give you the money or give us the money. I kid you not. I've got money in real estate investment trusts, REITs. I kid you not, man. REITs that own strip malls, REITs that owns parking lots. I mean, like hundreds of parking lots. REITs that owns 10, 15. There are REITs that own 100 apartments. Let me make sure my mic connected. Let me know if you guys can't hear me. But these are available for you to take advantage of because they pay like dividend stocks quarterly. You know, dividend stocks pay quarterly. There are REITs that pay monthly, and there are REITs that pay on a quarterly basis. But I'm telling you guys, I don't buy regular stocks. I'm not that good. You know, I'm like Taylor Made Dreams. I buy a Tesla here and there, you know, that I know that's going to do something over time. But like you guys that have the ability to day trade, I'm not a day trading type of dude. I'm proud of you brothers that can do that, but that's not me. So I invest in what I know that, you know, almost like a bundle, like IRAs. You see what I'm saying? Like Roth IRAs, like traditional IRAs. And that's what REITs are. But they're just centered around real estate. That's the only difference. REITs are like the S&P 500 of real estate. Speaking of S&P 500, EFTs. You gotta buy you some EFTs. I mean, am I saying the right? EFTs? Oh, ETFs, my bad. ETFs, which is the exchange traded funds. ETFs. ETFs, for example, just one, is the purchasing of the S&P 500. For example, all my purchases of my REITs and my ETFs are through Vanguard. You can also buy them through Fidelity. You can also buy them through Robinhood app. But you gotta, thank you very much, your ETFs. But you gotta invest in these. For us regular dudes that don't invest in day trading. You're not a day trader. You're not a Forex dude. You're just a regular guy. And you got a few dollars that you know you need to start saving for the future. The REITs and the ETFs, I'm telling you dudes, and just stack it. Just stack it. Feed it like it's a child. Don't just say, well, I got $50 and put it in there. You can start with $50. But feed it, man. And I mean, feed it like a monster. Feed it. Feed it. Feed it like you would feed your 401k. Feed it like you would feed your kids. Feed it. Shaq say he lives off of 20% invest. I think what it was. He said he lives off 20%. It's off of 30%. Stacks 30%. And the other, I forgot what the other 30% goes towards. Like he had it all broken down. He said, I learned this from like a multi-billionaire. He taught me this, and that's what he does now. Some of us want to travel with ease, but you ain't ready to take the steps it takes. And I'm telling you, man, I'm giving y'all the tips that the white boys that be stinking be using, because them same white boys that will travel and white women that will travel all over the world. I'm coming back to your comment, Charles. Travel all over the world and be stinking in flip-flops. They go back and they got them a $500,000 house at the house. So you wonder, like, how the hell these white boys? And I saw them when they was in Bali, and I saw them when they was in Thailand, and I saw them smelling up Colombia. How do they looking poor and broke and traveling the world and climbing mountains, and all they got is a laptop and Wi-Fi, and by the time they get home 3 years later, they got a $500,000 house somewhere in San Diego, or $2 million house in San Diego, or they living in Dallas now, and they done moved, or they done bought them a plot of land in South Dakota, and they building a ranch. But when I saw them last year, they was wearing flip-flops and sandals. They wasn't wearing Jordans like we were in all these countries, because they were doing all the stuff that I'm telling you guys now. They were looking at buying real estate when we were looking at the club. They were looking at what business opportunities online. They were buying whole life insurance, not just term insurance. They were doing all the things that I'm letting you guys know right now. I'm telling y'all, this is exactly what the blueprint of success of a traveler should be. If you've been going to, I wish I would. I wish I would be in Colombia 10 years and I don't own no property. Man, not a one piece of nothing. Okay. The next one is that you should take advantage of is going to affordable destinations, just like the white boys. On YouTube, you will hear women try to downplay the passport bros. Well, y'all go to all these cheap places, inexpensive. Y'all go to all these third world places. Y'all don't go any place that's really worth anywhere to go anyway. Really? We don't go anywhere that's worth going, huh? How many people, they think we should go to Paris, Italy, Austria, Switzerland, Holland, Iceland, right? That's how the women in the States talk about us. Some of these, not all, but some of these modern women talk about y'all. Y'all just go to all these poor spots like Brazil and Thailand, Colombia, right? I haven't forgotten about you, Charles. Guess where the people from Holland go to? Austria, France, Portugal. Guess where all them people going? Well, all the females in the United States got something to open up their mouth about, talk about y'all only go to countries with poor women. Guess where all these so-called rich countries are going to? They going to the same spots we are. All I see are Europeans here in Cali. That's all I see. And you guys who've been down here with me, y'all go to the club with me, ain't nothing but 20, 30 Europeans that have flew across Europe then to make it to Brazil, to make it to Mexico, to make it to Colombia, to make it to Argentina. So why don't women in the United States trying to criticize you that ain't never been nowhere? They ain't never traveled nowhere outside of maybe a Disney cruise, a Carnival cruise or two. They trying to tell you what to do. At the same time, the Europeans are going to the same countries we going to already. We actually got a convenience over the Europeans because we live only a couple hours away. 5-hour flights, 3-hour flights, 6-hour flights. Europeans, they coming from Holland, Iceland, Paris. They coming from Jordan. They coming from Ukraine, flying all the way over here to be in these so-called third world countries that the women in the United States criticizing us for wanting the women and being with the women, but they ain't saying nothing about the so-called rich countries that is coming over here to see the same women in the same countries that we go to. Don't y'all fall for that bull ever again. Whenever you hear a woman on YouTube talking about, well, y'all only go to third world, well, where you think everybody else is going? Go to affordable destinations. And I'm gonna show you guys one more thing too. I was doing this for our other channel, and this is updated right now. What I'm about to show you guys. Since they think those other, and Charles, I have forgot about your comment. Yours is going to be the first one I'm going to come back to. And then I'm going to come back to Solo RD. I want you guys to see something. Now, we were just looking at property. We can go back to look at property in Cartagena again. But it's something I want you guys to see, really important. When women are bragging about other countries. We know the protests that are going on in Paris right now because they raised the age of Social Security. This right here is the global protest tracker. This is the link, and I can give you guys this link where you can track all the protests in the world, all the major protests, nothing petty like the union that's down the street. We ain't talking about the small. We're talking about major protests. And like I said, I'm gonna share this link with you guys. Let me get it right now for you guys, real quick. Let me put it in here, and then we're gonna look at it. This link right here in regards to protests shows you all the major protests that are taking place right now in the world. There are over 400 While women in the United States are trying to tell you that you need to go to this country or that country is better than this country. While you got them women trying to tell you about how to spend your money, there are over 400 significant anti-government protests erupting worldwide right now. Now, Andre, how do you know this? This right now, it says it was updated March 7th. They've been tracking this since 2017. So we're talking about this just happened over the past couple of weeks. More than 132 countries. Now it's only 191 to 204 developed countries in the world. And out of all the developed countries, all the good ones, the bad ones, first world, second world, third world, 132 countries have experienced significant protests that are going on right now. 23% of protests have lasted more than 3 months in this world right now. 135 significant economic anti-protests, such as the one in France, have occurred since 2017. Why did I show you guys that? I showed you guys that, like I said, I was using that for the other channel. But I showed you guys that is to let you know, don't let somebody else try to tell you what is a good country and what is a bad country. You enjoy where you want to go to. Go to where you are appreciated, not just tolerated. Don't let women sit back and try to tell you that, oh, you ain't going to Paris. Y'all ain't doing nothing. You ain't going to Portugal. You ain't going to France. You aren't going to Mongolia. Don't let nobody tell you, because what I just showed you was ain't no country perfect. Then I just show you that. Ain't no country perfect. All of them got something going on. Every country, it seemed like, got something popping off. Let me go back to Charles. Charles says apartments available for sale. It's working with the realtor and showing apartments ready for purchase under the contract. Absolutely correct. He said Sao Paulo is under construction. Get it now. I kid you not. You saw that we did the video this past week with my man Coop's Corner. Make sure you guys subscribe to Coop's Corner. We did that one with Coop and Gail and the other brother. Shout out to him regarding Guyana. Guyana is the only English-speaking country in South America. They all got Caribbean accents. They're women from East India. We're talking about India with the beautiful dot on the I. Those gorgeous women, the Bollywood women, are here in South America. All them gorgeous Bollywood women here live in the same country with nothing but gorgeous sisters from the Congo and the indigenous that are here in Colombia, along with Europeans, all on one small country, Guyana. At the same time, Guyana has the world's fastest growing economy. The average economy grows from 2 to 3% per year. Guyana's economy grew in 2021 and 2022, 126%, because they discovered oil off the ocean, off the coast of Guyana. The brother said in the video, Coop said, Gail said, and the brother that's over there right now visiting his family, he ain't been there for years. He said that if you don't buy some land, he said his uncle told him, boy, you better get over here and buy some land in this country now. Because if you don't buy some land now in Guyana now, it's going to be too late. Because Gail already said they plan on making Guyana the Dubai of South America. Not Medellin, not Brazil, not Argentina. This small country that's right between Brazil and Venezuela. You got to start thinking on a larger scale, guys, because I'm telling you, just like Charles said about Sao Paulo, they building them up, and the locals, that's who go get you. The locals are buying them up, and the white tourists are buying them up. Shout out to my white tourists. I ain't even mad at white boys. I ain't even mad at white boys and white girls at all. Get it while you can. If brothers ain't gonna get it, go ahead, Will. Let all your Asian brothers and sisters buy up everything that they want. I ain't even mad. I don't be tripping on that. Because y'all ain't buying it. We ain't buying it. So somebody gonna buy it. In Colombia, 2 people buy up everything. White tourists and locals. Every once in a while, one of us will come along and buy a piece of property. But when it comes to Colombia, white tourists and the locals. The locals already know the value before they even put the first piece of dirt down there. Half the properties, if not 70% of properties in the apartment complex that's going up in any city, it's already been purchased anyway. The locals are scooping up their apartments. Colombians is nothing for Colombia. I mean nothing for Colombia to live with their mama and own 3 or 4 apartments. Nothing. And we got more money than they got. That's the part that probably pisses me off the most, because I know that we have more money than they have, and yet they sit back living in their mama's house at 27 years old and they own 3 apartments. From their mama's couch. But then you let a white boy come on down, and the white brothers and sisters, they scoop up everything, and then y'all still in the States crying about how bad the United States is, but you ain't doing nothing about getting out of it. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, thank you guys who have joined the Patreon. Make sure our goal is 100 Patreons in 100 days. I'm going to be working all day tomorrow. I know I was supposed to did it last week. I'm going to be doing this week, working all day tomorrow and Tuesday on the Patreon, getting all that set up. And it was already set up, but getting all the updated information on there. So thank you guys for joining the Patreon. Even if it's just a $5 donation, if it's $15 or $25 donation, you know, you mess up $25. I lose $25 just on GP. Like, where's that? Oh, I bought some beers. So, so support the channel, support us behind the scenes. And we promise you, like the information that you're getting now, we're going to continue to give you more information like that in the Patreon. Okay. Yeah, he said, by Big Dave in the building. Shout out to Dave. He said, buy EFTs and watch it grow over time. Absolutely correct. Let it sit. Let it sit. Don't get emotional about it. Just purchase it. It's going to go up. They're going to go down. But remember, EFTs are bundles of stocks, just like an IRA. They're bundles of the top 500 stocks, the S&P 500. They're not one stock that you're purchasing into. And so, yes, absolutely correct. He said, Chad Johnson is a beast at financial lit. Oh yeah, for real, man. Chad Johnson. We're talking about Chad Johnson that used to play for Cincinnati Bengals, wide receiver Ocho Cinco. Absolutely correct. He always gives great financial or health advice on this channel, even though he loves McDonald's. I can't work with him on the McDonald's part, but yeah, you're right. Absolutely correct. Artie Will says he literally lived in the training center during his rookie year. Absolutely. Until they had to kick him out. I ain't mad at him because I done did the same thing. Stop the cap, Dre. They wear hookah and New Balance. Yeah, that's true. That's true. With the New Balance, they ain't wearing the Jordans all the time when they're traveling. ORD in the building. Thanks for the super chat, man. He said, yes, sir. Real estate is where it's at. Correct. That's where you build your legacy. See, here's what it is. This is what Colombians do. And you guys correct me if I'm wrong. The reason why Colombians buy so much real estate, they know they got a pension, you know, like a Social Security like we got, right? They know it's not much. Think about Colombians only make it between $250 to $450 a month for most of their lives. So they're like, okay, what do I do in order to have something for retirement? So they bust their butt while they're young to buy pieces of real estate. And when they bought it, it may have been $20,000. Or when they bought it, it may have been 29 or 31 or 51 or 61. but they know that I'm 27 years old and I'm sitting on 3 pieces of property. Just imagine if you had bought a piece of property at 27 years old, and some of you guys are of retirement age now. You're 59, 60, 61. Imagine sitting on 1 piece of property that probably when you first purchased it back in 70 something, 80 something, and it was $25,000 to get that piece of property. Imagine how much that property is worth now that you're 60 something. That's how Colombians think. They buy 1 piece of property to retire in. So it's like, no matter what happens to me, if I go around the world, I can always come back to my home. They buy that 1 for that. And then the other 2 or 3 are for their retirement. That's how Colombians think. That's why when apartments go up, they scoop them up so fast. They scoop them up fast, dude. They be waiting in line like an unemployment line to buy a piece of property. Why? You still living with your mama? Because that's their retirement plan. There ain't no such thing as a starter home in Colombia. That's America. Starter home. No, you keep that starter home and buy another home. And then after you buy that other home, you keep the starter home, the second home, and the third home. That's how Colombians do. America, we want to sell the starter home as a down payment for the new home. And by the time we hit 60, we still paying off the third home when we should have just only had the 2 homes. We could have just had the 2 homes paid off and bought a inexpensive apartment to live in our older years and still been making money on the 2 original ones. Man, we doing it bass backwards in the States, I swear. Charles said, Illy is dope. He said, Illy is dope, though. I'm with you on that one. Illy says, is his Arthur Will says his favorite Western country so far. All right, man. I'm glad to hear some good things. Let's hear what Larry Perry has to say. He said, wait a minute. So is it wrong with going to a cheaper places and taking advantage of what they have to offer and lifting our own standards? He said lifting our own standards of living in the process? Not at all. That's why I put that information out there, Larry Perry. Not at all. Women in the States, not all, just some women on YouTube would try to convince you that you ain't doing nothing big. You ain't going to France. You ain't going to all these expensive places. If you was doing something big, if you passport bros or men were ballers, or passport kings or travel elite were ballers, y'all be going to blah, blah, blah country, not realizing them same countries that they bragging about, they going to the same spots that we do. Dudes from Iceland trying to smash Brazilians just as fast as dudes from Chicago trying to smash Brazilians. Do not listen to what the knucklehead women in the States be trying to tell y'all, man. They be trying to mess with y'all heads, man. I kid you not. You doing it right, Larry Perry. Don't let nobody distract you. I will say, they go to Asian countries and Brazil. Yeah, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. He said, Dre, those hyenas need to shut up. They really do, man. They really do. Shout out to Tobias in the building. And we're talking about a man that's been all throughout Europe and can definitely tell you that Europeans do go to the same countries that we go to party and have fun as well. There are Europeans that's in Germany right now that wish they could get to Brazil, wish that they could get to Colombia, wish that they could get to Argentina. Just ain't got the money for it, or it's too far of a flight. So when women in the States be talking, man, like, girl, if you knew who you was talking to, you would shut up. Seriously. You see so many Europeans and Australians in my hostel in Rio last month. Absolutely correct. That's how Ace found out about, what was it? When he went to Vietnam. Ace was in a hostel in Ecuador, and he had met a woman from Europe, and she said you need to come to Vietnam. And that's how Ace got to Vietnam. A European, not somebody from the States, but a European encouraged him to do Vietnam. Jordan is not a European country. Yeah, I did know that. I'm dipping into somebody's conversation. Yeah. Shout out to you guys. Let me scroll down a little bit to Sherman. Sherman in the building. He said, that's true. I went to Cali. La Topa was full of French and German travelers in groups. Absolutely correct. Meanwhile, people from the Caribbeans travel to the U.S., Canada, and Europe. Absolutely correct. It's great. That is true. People from the Caribbean, or Caribbean, they do travel to up north to where they really don't travel to South America. It's kind of crazy, but speak Spanish now. Make sure you guys subscribe to my brother's channel. Greeting in the chat. Peace, brother Andre. Make sure you guys subscribe if you want to get your Espanol. Mucho perfecto. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. Black by Design is in the building once again. He said, we're always last to do anything. We are, man. We always be half everything. And then when it's time to do something, then we ready to do it. I like what Coop's Corner told me the other day when he and I were just talking before the show. He said, the problem with black people is this: we monkey see, monkey do. And you know, as a brother, he wasn't talking about racism. He was talking about we always got to wait until we comfortable with seeing somebody else do something, and then we'll do it. Monkey see, monkey do. Monkey see, monkey do. That's all it is, Peaches. Monkey see, monkey do. Where are you? Hey, I had to pull my Michael Franks out on you. Monkey see, monkey do. That's all it is, Peaches. Art Will says the Chinese are already doing it. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And I see it, man. I see it every time. It's crazy. Every time I turn around, it's somebody from another country or a local purchases something. And I don't never see no brothers from the States purchasing stuff that fast. Everyone, you go show support for the Patreon ASAP. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, Stefano. Don't miss out on the exclusive content that Andre will be posting soon. Actually, that's exactly what I'm doing. This whole week is dedicated to Patreon. Nothing else. Nothing else. Shout out to the guys that I got consultations with, but this week is dedicated to having all the updated information for the Patreon, for the Patriots, man. I mean, Patreons, or however you pronounce it. Patriots. But thank you very much. Clinton says, can you buy property in Colombia with crypto? You know what? I'm not sure. That's a good question, brother. That is a good question. You know, let me write that down, because Colombia is very, moving forward in crypto. We already got crypto. For about a year or two, we've already had crypto ATM machines and everything. Colombia is very much heavily into crypto. They started selling crypto in Colombia July 2021. I remember that. Shout out to my brother. He said, you listen to all these women, you will be sitting right next to them doing nothing. Preach. Absolutely correct. He said, it's because that we don't know what we don't know. Good point, Bobby. He said, these passport channels are vital. And sometimes you don't realize, shout out to you, Bobby. You don't realize how much you impact people as a content creator until some of you guys email us and let us know, like, hey, Dre, listen, good looking out. Keep doing it, man. I'm watching. I'm right behind you. You know, it's a brother right now that I did a consultation with. He's here. And he was so nervous about coming here. Family nervous. The brother was so nervous that his sister called me And we talked for about a good 30 minutes. And I had to calm her nerves about him being in Colombia. And now she ready to come visit from talking to me. I'm getting a call while I'm talking to the sister in the States. It's his other sister from Tobago calling me to check on her brother. Now he right around my age. We grown men. But both sisters just want to make sure everything was up and that he was okay. So I'm glad that he gave his sisters my number. This brother has been having the best time. Met a young lady. He's right around my age. The young lady, I think the ladies that he's with about 35 years old. Great, just the sweetest demeanor, nicest, very ladylike, the sweetest person. Met her on the flight, and she has shown him everywhere and everything, and has taken him all the places that I was like, hey, you need to go to the grocery store? Nah, Dre, she done already took me to the grocery store, dog. You want to go out hanging? Nah, her not going out this way. I told y'all dudes how y'all do me. I keep trying to tell y'all come down here to Cali a couple times. Or that one time. As soon as y'all meet somebody, y'all don't know your boy Dre no more. This happens over and over again, and I love it. I love when you guys do it the right way. This dude can't tell you what pay for play is. He's been enjoying his vacation time. He'll be here for another week. And he's like, yeah, Dre, I'm trying to find some time for you, man. But he's enjoying that person who he's with. And now tomorrow is a holiday in Colombia. Now he's going to hang out with the family. And I said, listen, I'm going to tell you something now. This is Cali, Colombia. Just because you don't know how to dance and you want them cool type, smooth, quiet brothers, I say, I know you. You want them smooth, quiet brothers like Will. I say, man, listen, when somebody grab your hand to tell you to get up and dance, I don't care if you got to walk. I don't care if your dancing look like walking and you pick your feet up and down. You dance. Do not embarrass us as Americans by saying, well, I don't dance. That is rude in Colombia, especially in Cali. They love it because they think it's cute and it makes you feel like you're a part of the unit of the culture. So if you can't dance, don't let that move you. Don't let that worry you. You good. So I told him about that. So tomorrow he already know he gonna be good. But I love to see you guys happy, man. I really do. Really do. Especially when y'all do it the right way. Shout out to Andrew in the building. Shout out to Andrew in the building. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's funny, man, because every time I call him to do something with him, he'd be like, yeah, I done already done that. Oh, I already been there, Dre. So I can't show you no sites or nothing. And it's like everybody's in the same Airbnb building too. It's like a bunch of you brothers, man. Everybody just kind of like decide the same building. And so now everybody knows where the perfect building is. It's a brand new building too. It's only been up for a couple of years. It's because okay, so let's go to the last one. I learned this last one when it comes to traveling and building wealth in other countries. Giving, donating. If you want to build a wealth of network, a wealth of connections, and a wealth of peace, dude, you got to start giving in other countries. Whether it's giving your time and you volunteering to do something, whether you are, let's say tomorrow, my man goes to the party with the family. He's a tall dude like me. And oftentimes those tall dudes go to families in Colombia and everybody's shorter than you. And somebody says, hey, could you do me a favor? We're putting this up for the party. Could you help us put the banner up? Get up, give of your time. Give. Whether it be like Tailor Made Dreams and all those brothers that they give to orphanages. Give. One thing that all rich have in common, almost all of them, they give. Whether it be time, money, or energy, they are donating something. Whether it be just for a tax write-off or not. You can write yours off too. But you got to give, man. You cannot be a person of wealth and a person of travel and not get your hands into what's going on in that country. Now, I'm not saying you got to go to France and protest. I'm not saying all that. I'm not saying getting involved in that. What I'm saying is there are things that you could help out. Like when you saw Ace giving, when you see us talk about giving and donating, you got to do that, bruh. In these other countries, you will see a country completely different once you donate just 15 minutes of your time in a country. You'll see that country. You think you see that country in one way because you went to the club in that country. No. You think you can relate and feel that country because you ate the food or you got a girlfriend in that country. No. Once you give the world's greatest commodity, which is time, you see that country in a whole nother light. Me and Andrea give when we're in DR. We give while we're in Mexico. We give no matter what country we're going. Cuba, we give. This room during the pandemic was nothing but food, nothing but stacks of food. That's it. Food, big boxes of dried food, and it was just stacks. We giving it out. That's all a part of your wealth of travel. So let's go back down the list real quick. Online opportunities, make sure you take advantage of them. Whole life insurance. Guys, leave that term life alone. If you got it, cool. If you don't, whole life. Like I said, after this live stream, research the benefits of whole life insurance. And then you're going to be like, I got it, Dre. Real estate. Dudes, get you some form. Let's do that real quick. Let's go back to the real estate. Let's go back to the Cartagena. We'll do that. Let's look at Cartagena real estate real quick. Because we were just on there. We kind of like stepped away. So we're just looking at this apartment. This apartment is $71,000 in Cartagena. It is a one bedroom, 2 bath. Okay. 1 bedroom, 2 bath. But look how nice that looks. Now I think this, I'm not sure if that is a AI photo or if the building is already built. Yeah, I think that's an AI photo. So this building is actually being built. So you definitely want to take advantage of it. This one right here this is one for 86. Let's see if they have any AI photos of it. Okay, so this is one that's 86 that's going to be in Cartagena. Right off the ocean. So when I say they're building up in Cartagena and they're going to make Cartagena the next Miami, we're not just saying that, man. I kid you not. You dudes going to miss out. This is 46. This one is a 1 bedroom, 2 bath. And when I say this, you could turn any of these into an Airbnb, or it could be your own. I know one young lady. She lives in the States, but she actually is from Cartagena. She owns 3 properties, like I said, Colombians do. And what she does is she'll come back like 4 times a year, enjoy Cartagena, but she'll rent her properties out while she's gone. Here's another one. We looked at these for 40, 70, 73, 91. Let's go to another page. Let's see. Here's one for 31 in the Providence. All right. Looks like they're still doing work on it. But for 31, you can get it set up the way that you want to. And this one is 3 bedrooms, 3 baths for 31 in Cartagena. And let's look at a couple more. Let's look at, okay, so in that same complex that we were looking at earlier, they have some for 69, a 1-bedroom, well, actually 70, 1-bedroom, 2-bathroom. And this one is a 60, 67, 77. Let me see something. Let me go back. I'm doing too much. Okay, guess I am doing too much. Let's look at some houses in Cali, Colombia. And let me change the prices down from 2 million to all the way down. Let's to 100,000. So we got one in Cali, Colombia for 41. Brand new building, 2 swimming pools. That's the entrance. So it's a gated community. Nice landscaping. All right, parking. So these are brand new apartments. And we're talking about 41,000. And this one is a 3-bedroom, 2 baths for 41,000 in Cali. Let's go back. 39,000. Looks like the same building. Or let me see if that's a different one. Let's look at the one for 35. Here's one for 35, different building in Cali, Colombia. I think we've seen this one before. Nice area. I know it's gated. And these are the type of buildings that'll be going up over here on this side by the mall. I see some work still needs to be done, but that's cool. Because for 35 now, they've already put everything in. Now all I got to do is just have somebody come in and set it up the way that I want it. Nice size. Nice size. Okay. Let's see if I make sure I haven't missed anything in the comment section. I'm good. Speak Spanish says, he said, I want to buy one of those dilapidated buildings in Cartagena, in the Centro, Cartagena. Dude, that's exactly what they're doing here in Colombia, in Cali. Man, they taking some of the old buildings and they making them look brand new. They'll buy it for like 20 and put 20 in it. And now it's worth like 80. No, 70, like 70. It's crazy. Some of the Airbnbs, man, I've been seeing you guys get Airbnb. I'm like, dang, that's a nice Airbnb. And what it is, somebody took the house, bought it for like 20, put 20 more into it, and Airbnb'd it out. So I'm with you in regards to that one. Absolutely. I can see that. Seems like a lot of rundown old town apartment house. Yep. Apartment buildings. Homie in the building and my boy ENB90 and Diego in the building. Oh, I'm good. I'm good tonight. He said I'm getting my apartment in November in Cartagena. Man, that's what's up, brother. I ain't mad at you, brother. They got some nice apartments available. They really do. Keep everyone buying in Cartagena. Okay, cool. I'll do that for you. I'm staying in El Hink. Oh, the coffee region. I'm with you. I know exactly where you are. Deal. Deal. He say taking my language. Little across the borders, got to get connected down there. Oh yeah, definitely. I hate that I missed you last time when you were in Cartagena and I was in Cartagena. I was stuck with Andre's family, and so I couldn't catch up with you, man. But not really stuck because I love hanging out with them. All right, guys. Hope I hit everybody. Thank you, Taylor Made Dreams. Thank you, Art of Will, for being a sponsor for tonight. Thank you. Oh, my man, Mark. I didn't get a chance to hit Mark up in the building. Appreciate you, Mark. Appreciate you, brother, for being here. I hope the information I shared with you guys were helpful. Thank you guys who also joined the Patreon tonight. Thank you for doing that. Let me put the link, if I have it, to the Patreon for individuals that might be interested. Let's see. And I'm glad we got a chance to look at a couple of pieces of real estate just to let you guys see what's available out there. I am telling you, man, take advantage of it. Because if you don't worry, somebody else will. So that's the link to our Patreon. Now I'm going to give you guys the link to I think I did the protests. I think I gave you the link to that. And I'm going to share with you guys the link that I use for the real estate. And you can put it in any city here in Colombia. You guys getting hooked up tonight. So the link for this right here, for the website that we were just on, you can put in any city in Colombia, and you can get a chance to see real estate properties that are available right now in any city in Colombia. That's the link that I just put in. So make sure you guys take advantage of both of those links. One's for the Patreon. The other one is for the real estate. And I think I have one more. Yep. No, I don't have one more. I thought I had one more. And remember, take advantage of the Petronio Alvarez Festival information. I'm about to drop that link one more time as well for 2023. Give me a second. I'm going to pull it up. Let's see. Petronio Alvarez Festival. Oh, yeah. 2023. Man, it was so much fun last year. So much good eating, free concert every day. And I'm not just talking about some cheesy concert. I'm talking about, bruh, it's gotta be at least 15,000 people at the concert. I mean, it is packed concert. So when you come to Cali for the Petronio Alvarez, it's not even just it's all day, man. I'm telling you, it is all day. Shout out to Diego once again. It is all day and all night celebration. So make sure you take advantage of. It's going to be in August. Once again, the Petronio Alvarez Festival has a fashion show. You're eating good. It's huge. It's a huge event. And so, and it's good food. The brothers and sisters are cooking. So yeah. So let me make sure that I put that. Wait a minute. That's the Petronio Alvarez Festival. So take advantage of those links. All right, guys, I'm up out of here. Hope you guys have a great evening. Also, I forgot to wish you guys happy International Men's Day. Yes, a couple days ago we had for the ladies. Now today is the International Men's Day. We got us a day too. So shout out to all you guys that are out there, international men of mystery. We deserve all the blessings that we are getting right now and beyond. Make sure you click that like button. Make sure you hit that Patreon. Thank you guys. And shout out to my man Gabriel. He was the first one here. Let him be the grand finale. Thank you, Dre, for this video. Oh yeah, I hope this helps everybody out. I'm going to chop this video into parts. I'm going to be sharing it throughout the week because I want guys to get as much information as possible that lets them know that you can become wealthy even while you're traveling. Out of here, Dre. Dre trying to get canceled. Hey, we'll be all right. I'll see you guys later.